Dirt, the earth of the earth, the foundation of all life, and of all the buildings that we put on top of it. Whether it's between your toes or between your teeth, we all enjoy a bit of dirt now and then. And in Minecraft, it's the exact same experience. I mean, there's dirt right here, over here, here for some reason, and even here. But with all this dirt that's around here, there's not really much that it does. It just kind of sits there. So I thought, let's change that. So my goal for today's video is to look upon our dirty landscape and make all of this dirt sentient and evil. Now, I have a few ideas on how I'm going to make dirt evil, but one of them is going to be making this wither effect that I have into a dirty effect. So being dirty will hurt the player, and the way that the player gets dirty is if they stand on things like dirt, or maybe even just any sort of grass or dirt-related block. That will get them dirty, which will essentially give them wither. After a little bit of work, the dirty effect is now a reality. Whenever you step on any sort of dirty block, such as grass or coarse dirt or rooted dirt or anything like that, you will get this dirty effect, which then is essentially the same as the wither. We have retextured hearts and everything is all a little bit dirty. And then once you swim in the water, it will get cleared off. Do you ever get a bit too obsessed with a project and then spend a bit more time on it than you wanted? Because I accidentally pulled an all-nighter and did this. I had a total of 23 ideas for this data pack, and 17 of those ideas are already completed. I don't know where the energy for this project came from. But I got a bit too into it. And now we have all these guys. All of this stuff gives you the dirty effect. These are all custom textures. The Nylium even has it. I've added 2 more potion effects, and the lava looks like this now. So before I go ahead and finish programming in this whole entire data pack, let me run you through what is currently the Dirt is Evil data pack experience. First off, when you spawn into your world, you will notice that when you step on grass or any other dirt-related block like these ones right here, you will get the dirty effect, which will gradually deal damage to you, similar to wither. And the only way to get rid of this is by swimming in water. If you happen to find a village, then you may notice that cats now have a chance to drop sponges. So do dogs and striders. And if you were to get enough sponges, you could craft them in a 9x9, like so, into a sponge piece. And if you were to get 9 sponge pieces and throw it onto an anvil, you could get the new handheld sponge item. And the handheld sponge item is useful for the other brand's new potion effect, which is Ashen Vision, which is basically the same as blindness. If you get caught on fire at any point, then you will get 5 minutes of this. And the only way to clear this one off is by using the handheld sponge. Alternatively, with all your sponges, you could get a full set of leather armor and surround it with your sponges to create the new sanitary set, with the Silly Disease Mask, the classic gown and gloves, Sanitanis, and Feetsy Protectors. This new set, if you throw it on, will make you completely immune to the dirty effect, but only at level 1. So as you can see, I am on blocks that would normally give me the dirty effect, but I'm not getting it. Alternatively, if you don't want to get all those sponges, you could combine 1 glass bottle and a honeycomb to get the bottle of soap. The bottle of soap will then give you cleanliness for 5 minutes. Like so, I have drank the bottle, and now I have cleanliness with this wonderful bubble icon. And once again, if I take off all of this, I am no longer getting the dirty effect. But I will still get the Ashen Vision effect, so you will still need to gather a few sponges. Along with the new items, you may notice that a bunch of your favorite mobs now have different textures. For some of these mobs, like the slime and the blaze, they have completely different uses from what they would normally have in the base game. But of course, I'll get to those later. Because for now, it's time to show you the other thing that Dirt will do, which is completely bury your player after a certain amount of time. obviously suffocating you and making you come very close to death if you cannot escape it. But if you make sure to gear up before diving down into the dirt descent, you will find yourself in a completely new area. This is the Nether, but everything is a little bit more dirty. From this point on, your journey through the game will be pretty much the same. You will have to find a fortress and then face off against the blazes. But as you might have noticed earlier, blazes, they look a bit different, and that's because they are actually now known as dusters. And when killed, they will drop compact ash instead of a normal blaze rod. And this compact ash has no use yet. I haven't gotten that far in the programming, but I've gotten pretty far. You have to admit, from one all-nighter, I managed to complete all of this. It's all working perfectly. There are a couple more things that I've added, but I'll get to those in a second. For now, I have to actually give this compact ash a use, because it's kinda just a retextured blaze rod at the minute. I mean, seriously, you can just craft blaze powder with this. And this compact ash will pretty much do the same thing that blaze rods do. It will be a main component in getting you to the end. But instead of the blaze rods being combined with ender pearls, they're instead going to be combined with sponge. Because for those of you who hadn't noticed, the sanitary set of armor is actually replacing the diamond set of armor. So what better thing for the compact ash and sponge to do other than replace the diamond tools? And sponges as your material, then that will create what is essentially your diamond tools. So just give me a sec to program that in. And now I would like to present to you the sponge on a stick. The thin sponge on a stick, the long, sharp sponge on a stick, the sharp, thick sponge on a stick, and the kinda sharp, thin, long sponge on a stick. And if you were to throw all of these down onto an anvil, then you will see that they turn into a squeegee. Now, the squeegee will do two things. Number one, it will get rid of any dirty effects that you have, but also, if you find a big slime, while you are holding a squeegee, you will be able to dive into the slime, and you will find yourself in the end. But this isn't the end that you and I know. No, this is known as the original spec. And while in the original spec, you immediately get Dirty 2, which your sanitary armor actually does not protect from. I still have the Dirty 2 effect while wearing the full sanitary armor set. But as for what's different from the end about the original spec, I don't really know if I want to do much other than change the textures. But there is one thing I want to do to change the dragon fight. But to do that, I'm going to have to go to a different world, because my testing world is bugged and doesn't have a dragon. Okay, so I just loaded up a new world so that I could go to the end and have it not be bugged. But look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 villages. And they all decided to put their village right next to a pillager outpost. You guys are gonna get massacred by the pillagers. Why? Why are there so many villages? This is a random seed. So I tried to make it so that whenever the dragon flew by an end crystal, instead of having, you know, the end crystal laser beam, there was a dirt beam. But, I think I messed up the code a little bit. And now we have this massive, like, tunnel network. I don't even know where the dragon is right now. But whenever he gets near... it just makes like a massive wall. I need to fix this. I don't know how my game hasn't crashed, but I'm pretty sure this goes all the way up to build height. Holy crap. This is ridiculous. Oh my gosh, and here comes more. Oh, whoa. This is the coolest mistake I've ever made. This looks so sick. But also, this is not what I wanted at all. But I think I fixed it now. If you look at that, the dragon will now make little beams that curve down into the nearest end crystal. Oh, that's such a cool spiral. I don't know what exactly is making them spiral like this, but I absolutely love it. Here, come on. The ender dragon has to fly away a little bit. Come on. Go to a different end crystal. It's just making them all around this one. Come on. Okay, there we go. Now it's flying around. So as it flies around the arena, more and more dirt will be spread across and just punctured into all of the end crystals. And this will create the effect of the fight getting dirtier and dirtier the more that you play it. And this will also mean that the dragon will have more and more cover, so it'll be harder for you to use a bow against the dragon. But honestly, I think this might be all of the work that the dragon needs. I don't really know if I want to add anything onto that. Which then means that this pack is done. I just finished it. It's done. In fact, it's out on my Patreon right now if you want to go download it. Bye.